working in the lab late one night when my eyes beheld an eerie sight. For my monster from his slab began to rise, and suddenly, to my surprise, he did the mash. He did the monster
From the
mash.
heart of loving Broadway. You know, I just realized we didn't actually do a sound check on the pre-show.
I was thinking you were just kind of looking at stuff.
I was, but I wasn't really paying attention. So, here we go. Here we go. It's Valentine's Day, and love is in the air around the Podzilla 1985 offices. I love my new television. I got a 4K TV for my bedroom because we bought it before shit went down, or maybe it was after.
It was
Who knows?
after.
Who the fuck knows?
I was say, was it retail therapy or was it just?
No.
No, it got bought while stuff was going down.
Yeah,
You.
it was. You know what? It's a good TV. It's a discounted TV. It was only about $270. So we didn't break the bank. We got a pretty good 4K TV to our bedroom. It's not as good as the one in the living room, but it's pretty good for what I use it for, which is really nothing. My name is Seanán Young. I'm going to be your very lovesick host for the night, although you could take the love off of it and I'll just be sick because I'm not in love. Fuck love. Love is a 4-letter word. It's a piece of shit, and I hope it dies a horrible death and it goes down to hell with all the unbaptized babies. Next to me at the end of the table is Jesse Kimball.
Oh my.
Do you feel awkward yet?
No, like Seanán makes me feel uncomfortable sometimes, but it's not for shit like that.
It's
The self-deprecating stuff, like that doesn't hit me. There's certain things that Seanán sometimes says off the air.
Oh, no.
And occasionally on the air.
So you need to clarify so people don't think I'm out there like holding rallies like a president.
Do I need to?
I don't know. Do I say bad things?
No, well, I don't think you're holding rallies. Sometimes you say some stuff in our company that you perhaps wouldn't say in mixed company.
Oh, not true. There's nothing that I say in front of my white friends that I wouldn't say in front of any of my other friends.
Well, that's not what I meant.
I'm not saying mixed company. What do you mean, like a mixed person?
What? Just move on. Move past it.
Women?
Move past it.
Okay. Lindsay Wolfgong to my right.
What?
Right.
Was that a direction?
Yeah.
Well, left.
Directing you to speak.
I'm talking. Hi.
Hi. And drawing a little furry is Allie Bear, joining us on the Thursday show once again.
Hi. It's Evie.
She's been drawing a bunch of these little guys lately. I don't know what she's doing with them.
Drawing Evie. She's probably going to sell them.
At the con, I'm assuming.
Yep.
Yeah, we're gearing up for Cape Comic Con coming April 26th, 27th, and 28th, I believe. Have to touch base with Ken Murphy. Quick pet peeve. I hate the term touch base. I absolutely hate when bosses have ever told me, yeah, I just wanted to touch base with you. Fuck your base.
They want to touch your base.
Fuck. I don't know why those words irritate me so much. It's like when someone calls the store and says, hey, I've got a question. And you're like, I assume, motherfucker.
Cool. So what'd you call?
So is that the question? If you can ask me the question, what are you watching down there? Is there football going on somehow?
No. I'm looking at the Idol Heroes, that game I'm addicted to.
Like, why am I the only one that doesn't get to play with things while we're on the show?
I mean, you could.
Right.
I'm too tired.
You've got a laptop in front of you.
Someone's got to run the fucking thing.
Yeah, well, I mean, I usually have my phone up there. Like if football's going on, for example, like Asa would get a little upset at me during football season if we were doing a night show. And I would just kind of have, like, I wouldn't have the game playing, but I would have, like, the play-by-play going.
Yeah, like the game cast or whatever.
Yeah.
Because remember how pissed off we used to get when people got on devices? Because you and I were, like, the only ones that didn't. Everyone else that came on the show was on their cell phone or doing something, and we used to get so irritated by it.
Yeah. I mean, in fairness, like, I still get a little bit irritated. Whenever it's mostly like a paying attention thing. Like, if I say something that very clearly is warranting, input from the rest of the table, and I look around
and everybody's just got their nose buried in their phones.
Right. And whether they're looking stuff up for the show or not, like, regardless, it's just, there ends up being like a small moment of silence. I'm like, all right, I guess I'm alone on this one.
Chirp, 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 insert crickets.
So yeah, that whenever that happens, I get pretty annoyed because it's like, okay, well, clearly you're not paying attention to what's happening.
Clearly what I'm saying is boring you.
Well, not necessarily that, just not paying attention to what's going on.
I want to apologize to anyone that thinks Daria is hosting the show. Lindsay doesn't hear it in the voice, but I do. I am currently sick, and we'll probably be sick for a couple of days, and I hate it. I wanted to go home and rest. Jesse would not let me.
Accurate.
I mean,
Like literally, I
to
said
be
twice. I was
fair,
like, "Hey, you want to do the show without me?" Jesse's like, "No."
I recall last week you saying, "I wish I could get sick. I never get sick."
I really did.
Why would you say that?
Because I haven't been sick in like 2 years. Like I haven't even gotten a head cold, and I was starting to get worried. I'm like, all right, ever since I've had this heart issue stuff, and I've gotten to take care of it, I haven't really gotten sick, and I'm worried. What if my immune system is like dormant? And
That's not how that works.
it's and like something something bad's gonna happen.
You're worried about like the karmic repercussions of
like
not getting sick for
like
a while.
I don't get sick, and then the sickness that I get kills me. My immune system's like, we don't know what to do anymore.
And in fairness, like I kind of feel like that pretty frequently as well, especially right now. Because if you take out sinus infections, I haven't been like actually sick since I was in college. And when I got sick there was when I was in the hospital for a few days and racked up a colossal bill.
Well, see, I've never been that sick.
In total, like after everything, it was like $20,000.
No. No, it wasn't. Please God, no.
Yeah, I spent
Just for them to hook you up to a machine and come bring you soup.
I spent 3 days in the hospital. It was $13,000 for the hospital stay. Turns out I had it was pneumonia, a sinus infection, and a stomach virus that had been going around. All that kind of hit me at once.
Oh.
It was pretty bad. They thought I was dying. They had no idea what was wrong with me. They were testing me for everything. I went in, like I got admitted with a fever of like 105 or some shit like that. Like, it was bad.
I don't think I have a fever. Do I have a fever? Someone check me.
You're a little clammy. If you do, it's low grade.
Allie, check me. I want a second
My
opinion.
hands are cold.
Oh, you're worthless. Your hands are freezing.
Cold.
Then you should have just said keep them there.
You're the icy touch of death over here. Well, we couldn't be happier that you joined us tonight. It's a very special episode, unlike any other. This is literally the only episode we're ever going to do on February 14th, 2019.
It is an
Because it's
uncommon
the end of the
occasion,
world.
I don't think that's accurate.
No.
Like, I think someone just repackaged that.
Okay.
She sent me the bill, the Ghostbusters 2, The World's Going to End on February 14th.
I think that was last year.
I think it's every year.
I think the actual movie says
It's 2018.
for last year.
I'm looking it up.
Because I'm pretty sure
It's 16.
16?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. People just
Keep repackaging it.
keep repackaging it.
I just sent it to you because it
kinda
was
like-
Ghostbusters. So
It's kind of like the Back to the Future thing, where that was every year for like 6 years.
right?
Before it finally, like, the actual date ended, and then it went a year after that, too.
I want to talk about some things that I love tonight because it's Valentine's Day. And I also mentioned to Allie earlier, I was like, we should talk about our favorite, like, couples. You know? Like, movies and comics. Like, what's
fictional couples.
Yeah, what's your favorite love stories that you've ever seen? So we might talk about a little bit of that tonight, too. We've got a motherfucker of the week. And originally, it was going to be, I think Dalton said it, and he hit it pretty close to the head, that Activision Blizzard could be the motherfuckers of the week because they laid off almost 800 people
Yeah.
in their
Goddamn Activision.
Well, geez, they only made record sales last year. What do you want from them?
Yeah, apparently it was like Activision was consolidating a lot of the employees into, like, from Blizzard into their own stuff. So especially like from the marketing took the biggest hit.
And esports.
Esports was like up there too because they got rid of, like, they're not going to work on Heroes of the Storm esports at all anymore.
Right. Here's the Dorm is dead.
Yep, anything Heroes of the Storm that Blizzard was doing is done. Which is
I feel like that game's probably going to die soon.
Yeah, I mean, like, MOBAs in general, like, that's a dying trend.
Ever since
like,
the Battle Royales came out, that's the new hotness.
Yeah, that's the new hotness. MOBAs aren't really a big deal anymore. So League of Legends will survive because it's obviously the most popular. But yeah, no, I imagine, like, Heroes of the Storm is going to be going for a few more years, I'm sure. Just like any official sanctioned esports stuff is done. And then, yeah, they, like, a bunch of the marketing stuff. So basically, like, what a lot of people are saying is, like, this is almost like a power move of Activision. They're taking away even more autonomy from Blizzard.
Blizzard should have never sold out to Activision.
They really should not.
I know
have.
everyone says that, but my God, look at it now. You're just like,
No, they're a shadow of their former selves at this point.
Well, we talked about it. I mean, we talked about it on Wednesday that
Pre-show.
in the pre-show that like Blizzard they haven't made a new game at all since Overwatch 2016. That's
Right.
3 years ago at this point. They haven't made a new Warcraft since the early 2000s, other than World of Warcraft. They haven't even they haven't made a new StarCraft since like 2009, 2010. Same around time around Diablo. But all you keep getting are like ports and expansion packs, but not new games.
Yeah, and in fairness, though, they are like the Warcraft one they're remaking.
Well, yeah,
is
they're
like-
remaking 3. They're not making 4.
Right,
but
they're not
remaking
making 4.
3. Yeah.
But it's not like just a port or anything. Like it's a full remake,
Yeah.
as opposed to just like what they
It's
did
not an
with,
HD version.
Yeah, which is what they did with StarCraft 1. They
Right.
just brought us the HD version of it. So that's at least kind of cool. But yeah, we're getting Diablo Immortal, which Blizzard's not even developing. They're just licensing it.
Don't you all have phones?
I mean,
Please?
yeah, like don't get me wrong. Like the idea of sitting on my phone and playing Diablo at work, really appealing. If it's going to actually be, good. But
It's going to use controls where you have to touch your screen, and I hate that.
Right.
I absolutely despise
And that's
that.
that's going to be unfortunate. Hopefully you can get a Bluetooth remote or something
Pair
going to
controller
like a
to it.
Bluetooth controller.
So yeah, it was very unfortunate. And anytime people lose their jobs, it's unfortunate. Like 770 people now out of work. That sucks.
Yeah, no,
that
that
sucks
blows.
so hard.
So yeah, fucking Activision.
Yeah, but then I think Lindsay, you had a secondary nomination, which I don't think anyone else took it as deeply as I did. I took it real
You've
deep.
at least been to the event.
Yeah,
So
very deep.
back home where I grew up, I'm from Oil City, Pennsylvania, and the next town over pretty much is Franklin, is the next biggest one. And every January there's an event called Franklin on Ice, and it's in their big park area. There's a big fountain and walkways. It's a nice little local park, and local businesses will donate money to have sculptures made and their names and stuff put by it, and the park just gets filled with ice sculptures, and there's artists that'll be there that day and actual sculpt stuff while stuff's going on. I think they do like a chili contest and some other stuff that way. Well, this was just this past weekend because my grandmother was telling me about the weather and that they were down at Franklin on Ice. And today I get on Facebook and one of my friends from high school has posted a picture of some smashed ice sculptures. So it hasn't even been a week yet, and some just local hoodlums decided to smash 10 of the sculptures.
And the worst part about that is that when they were smashing them, they were using gay and racist slurs, and they wore MAGA hats.
Is any of that last part true?
Probably.
There wasn't
don't have-
there wasn't an actual article with it. It was just
I mean, I don't have
photos.
Yeah.
I don't have proof, but
But-
like at this day and age,
They left the
Probably.
Stegosaur alone.
well, because the
Well,
Stegosaur
that's-
is a staunch Republican.
God damn it.
He supports border control.
We can't blame the Republicans for
But
everything.
usually when this event happens, unless it gets a weird heat spell, those sculptures are up for the rest of the month.
Yeah.
Right.
So when last time we were there a couple years ago, and we went to this ice sculpture thing. It was very cool. I've never been to anything like that before. I'm a small town boy going nowhere.
And I mean, and
shit like that
Franklin's
just
not,
does not
a,
happen in this area.
and Franklin's not a big town. It's
No.
it's kind of like a little bigger than Perryville.
It looked like those kind of the towns you see in movies during Christmas time, where everything's got decorations. There's snow on the ground.
Yeah.
People are all out in the park.
Yeah, Franklin has a legit main street
Yeah.
that looks like what you would see in
It was lovely
movies and stuff.
And the ice sculptures were really cool. I sat on my ice throne.
yes.
It was a lot of fun. So yeah, man, I wish people weren't so shitty.
Yeah, that's one of those benefits of
Shitbirds.
those northeastern cities where it actually does get cold and snowy and
Because we would do
icy.
snow sculpture competitions at my college. Whenever there was a big snow spring semester, they just take one of the fields and just say, "Hey, you want to participate? Build something."
Oh, we never had that. But once in journalism up here, John Musgrave, who is working, Allie, of all crazy things, he's working with Tom Harness and Kevin Huntsberger's cohort, Tom Harness. They're working together on films now,
Oh, that's
which is
cool.
which is very cool. But John Musgrave was my journalism teacher and my video production teacher, actually. And one year, because we were terrible students, we were up we were up in our own little spot on the campus, and we're outside playing in the snow, and he's trying to get us back into class to teach. That is how friendly we were with our teacher. Was we were out in the snow playing like children instead of sitting in class, and he was trying to get us back in like a father. So someone that was in the class locked the door so he couldn't get back in, and I ran up with a giant block of ice and like dropped it on his head. Yeah, it was mostly snow, but it was a little hard. Yeah, that was the most fun I've had with ice, baby.
Man,
Ice, baby.
no, that's none of my professors ever would have cared about that. Like they could have looked out and seen us there, like, oh, well,
He paid already.
exactly. You know
Pretty
that's how it was. At SEMO where I went to college. Like, yeah, we already got your money. If you don't want to come, that's
You want to
on
sit
you.
up here and play in the snow? Go for it,
Right.
dumbass.
Exactly. That's on you. And they're like, I'm skipping this class. Yeah, it's different when it's college versus high school.
Seriously.
High school, they cared because they had to have you in the class. College, I would feel so upset when my college professor would be like, "You weren't in class yesterday," and I'd be like, "And what do you care? You got my money. I'll pass the class. Leave me alone."
Yeah, no, like I, you know, especially those small colleges, like that's one of the big benefits of going to like a community college or any kind of a small campus is that you have teachers that, you know, you really get that one-on-one
Yeah.
relationship with, and like they do care about you.
Which is what they told me at the college, but I didn't listen. And then I wrote my article about how the teachers were all terrible because it wasn't a real college, and I got in a lot of trouble for that too. Got the journalism studio shut down, I heard.
Neat.
I am a legend there.
This one motherfucker, Shannon Young, came through.
Not a
here.
good legend. Bad legend.
He's
So-
infamous, you'd say.
So you can take your pick of who you want the motherfuckers of the week to be. Local hoodlums or Activision Blizzard.
I mean, Activision can just have that title, like in general. Like motherfucker of the week, though, we can give it to the hoodlums.
It's like,
And the sad part is the post that she shared
United States of
was
America.
from someone else that admits that when they were younger, they did stupid crap like that, and that even appalled them.
I got an email from Spotify.
Why?
It says Pentatonic sent you something special. It better be just for me.
It's probably not.
It will not be.
I am gonna sneeze.
Okay. Gesundheit. I mean, oh, he didn't do the chew.
And I gotta
Yeah,
blow my nose.
he normally does do the achoo.
Jesse, please take over for a moment.
All right, so what did we figure out what we were going to talk about tonight?
Stuff we like.
'Cause
Fictional couples.
Fictional couples.
Greatest love.
I mean, I'm
Greatest
Greatest love I've ever known.
I don't know this
That was
joke.
for Dalton.
WWE.
Oh,
There's a
like 7 times last night,
Yeah, there's-
and Dalton hated every second of
oh,
it.
that's
Loved
why the Maria thing was shared
Yes.
in the group chat.
Yes.
Asa and I share several group chats with Dalton.
Yeah, I was confused why I was added into the Podzilla one, and then it was in the Nerd Up one,
Yep.
and
Yeah, Asa put it in the general, like the podcast chat, like the infamous podcast chat, the nerd chat, the Nerds for Hire chat.
the wrestling chat as well.
Asa shared that to at least no fewer than 6 Facebook chats.
Jesus.
Yeah, Dalton apparently.
Then we
I didn't
shared
understand it, and I just ignored it.
Oh,
so-
yeah, it's like
And I don't know whom, probably Asa shared it on our Facebook to try and get our listeners, our great listeners, to share it.
yeah, because Dalton absolutely hates that couple. I don't know why.
He
No, he
hates
loves
that
them.
song.
Yeah, he hates what they did to them.
Oh.
So here's what you do, fans. It's not too late to send Dalton all your love. Find the Mike and Marie Kanellis theme song from WWE and post that to Dalton's wall tonight. Put an extra message on there that says, "Hey, fuck you." Give Dalton what he gives you.
You don't have to do the fuck you part. Like the video alone accomplishes that.
Yeah, you probably shouldn't say the F word. All right, so we're talking about Valentine's Day. We're talking about the greatest.
Greatest.
No, don't do it again. I can't sing too much. Love. And I want to start off by saying, what is your favorite romantic movie of all time? And of course, being Valentine's Day, I want to start with Jesse.
Why? I've had
And No
like,
Lethal Weapon is not a good answer.
I've had like 3 dates on Valentine's Day, and they all went poorly.
I didn't say Valentine's dates.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, so why would you pick me on Valentine's
Oh, okay,
Day?
I thought you were just looking for another excuse to tell that goddamn shrimp story.
No, I wasn't going to tell that story. I don't want that story to be on the air
That wasn't
anymore.
even on Valentine's Day, was it?
It was on Valentine's
Oh, it
Day.
was?
Yes, it was.
Tell us the story.
No, I'm not gonna.
If you want to hear the story, subscribe to our Patreon.
Yeah, email me. No, I don't know.
All right, I'll pass.
Probably-
We'll come back to you. Oh wait, no, almost had an answer.
Do what?
Almost had an answer. What was it?
I love you, man. It counts.
I just spit everywhere. I guess technically. Allie, what's your favorite romantic movie?
I don't know.
Jesus Christ. I gotta stop springing this on you guys last minute.
It's fine. You're making us think on our toes.
Instead of on your knees. Anyway.
Well, okay. Probably.
Don't say Lilo and Stitch. Don't say Lilo and Stitch.
I wasn't going to.
Forgetting
I was-
Sarah Marshall is a runner-up for me.
That had Kristen Bell in it.
It did. It also has Mila Kunis.
I never liked her. It's not even the attractive thing. I think she's very attractive. I just don't know why I never liked her. Maybe because I disliked her on that 70s show.
Oh, that's fair.
Even though she was the only one on that 70s show that was an actual teenager.
And also Jason Segel.
I like Jason Segel.
I fucking love Jason
He was
Segel.
in the Muppets.
He
movie.
wrote the Muppets movie.
Allie?
I'm gonna go with Pretty in Pink.
Good choice.
Why are you staring at me?
I just want to know why.
Because I like it enough to own it, so.
Okay.
That's fair.
What do you like about the film? Why do you like the romance in it? I know I didn't do this to Jesse, but Jesse
Yeah,
talks more
that's
than
not
you.
fair.
Jesse talks more than you.
That's not fair. I'm just gonna claim that is unfair as a question because you didn't ask him.
Because everyone loves Ducky.
My movie is about a bromance.
I said Lethal Weapon didn't count. I don't think that should count either then.
Well, I Love You, Man?
Yeah.
It's about a guy getting married to a woman. Like, that counts. He just needs to find a best man.
Lindsay, what about you? What's your favorite romantic movie?
It is a toss-up between While You Were Sleeping and Sleepless in Seattle.
Both good movies about sleep. Mine is
Lindsay's
American
sleepy.
Pie.
Fuck
What?
you.
Whoa!
Give me shit over I Love You, Man, and you bust out American Pie.
That boy loved that pie.
He really did. He really did.
Let's go back to Lindsay's first, and I'll give you my real answer. While You Were Sleeping is one of my all-time favorite romantic
I
movies.
love that movie.
I've said it before on the show. Hunter, if you're listening, get that crush button out. Sandra Bullock, my all-time biggest crush was her in that movie. She made me want to be attractive to women. I'm still working on it. I'm thinking sometime around 60, I'm really going to hit my peak. Which is only like 20 years away.
You're not 40 yet.
Like, be 37 this year. But some dudes actually peak when they're older. Like, some of those guys look hotter older than they were younger.
Hugh Laurie.
Hugh was, yeah, because when he was young, he was just like a
He
British,
was kind of weird looking.
yeah, kind of gangly. Howard Stern.
Yeah.
Crickets.
I mean, he still looks weird.
Yeah.
Like, let's be fair.
Plus, with plastic surgery going where it's going, by the time I'm 60, I can look like I'm 20. So
And then, I mean, you get some people, though, that just, like, never stop looking good. They just look different kinds of good.
yeah,
Like John
Hamm,
Hamm.
Michael Douglas,
Oh, yeah.
still a good looking guy. Fucking Timothy Dalton.
I haven't seen Timothy Dalton in years. I don't know what he looks like now.
I saw him not recently, probably about a year and a half ago, maybe 2 years ago, in a show on Showtime called Penny Dreadful that I know Hunter's watched before, and he is just still like he's a little grayer and a little. He's like six. He's in his 60s, maybe early. I think maybe even 70, and he looks just so handsome.
I mean, really, all the Bonds. Like, Pierce Brosnan still looks good. Sean Connery looked really good for a long time.
Yeah, Timothy Dalton is 72, so he was creeping up on 70 when he was in that show, and
What's Roger Moore looking like these days?
he passed away.
Oh, God.
Roger Moore passed away in 2017, so he's definitely lost some weight.
Oh,
Yeah, Lindsay's almost spitting.
I'm going to try that coffin diet out. See how that works out. Doing wonders for Roger Moore.
Yeah. You okay?
Yeah,
right.
it was that hard toss-up between spitting water everywhere and choking.
Yeah.
I actually forgot he died. That's a little. I'm bummed again.
I think he's the only Bond actor that's passed away.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, I mean, just
Other
the
than
rest
maybe
of them.
George Lazenby. I don't know about George Lazenby.
Oh, I forgot. I always forget Lazenby was a Bond.
I'll look that up.
I don't know why, but that one in particular, I forget about all the time.
No, George Lazenby is still alive.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, because Lazenby was like the worst Bond, wasn't he?
He was only in one, and it was like the weird offshoot, or am I thinking of somebody else?
No, he was in one on Her Majesty's Secret Service. That may have been the only one he was going in. Yeah.
I was about to say, Cody's probably just going to, like, Cody's probably freaking out right now.
He's
like,
bashing
guys,
his head into the...
No, what he's doing is typing in the group chat, like, you dumb fucks. I'm like, Cody, I'm sorry. I don't know. I'm not that into Bond. I've seen all of them.
Yeah, it's just Lazenby is still alive. Dalton's still alive. Roger Moore passed away. Pierce Brosnan's alive. Sean Connery's alive. Daniel Craig's alive. So, yeah.
Yep.
Of course, Sean Connery is creeping up on 80-something now. Yeah. He's almost 90. So...
Yeah, he's been up there for a while.
And I know this sounds mean, but you can't help but know that he's probably punching his clock pretty soon.
Yeah, I mean, you don't make it like far past 90.
Generally
speaking.
Unless you like are one of those
Immortals?
like like the Guinness Book of Records people.
Yeah.
My favorite romantic movie of all time, Lindsay, you know what it is? You take a guess?
Didn't you just say it was one of Lindsay's?
Are you going to say Tombstone?
God damn it.
I wasn't. I am now.
It's not a romance movie.
Because Doc Holliday loved Wyatt Earp.
That was an epic bromance.
Should I know what it is?
I think you should. It's two, but I'm going to pick one of the two. Allie, you want to take a crack at it? You want to go for the steal?
Does it have Bill Murray in it?
No.
Okay. Then
Were you going to say
hates Bill
Ghostbusters?
No, it was not.
I mean, I want to say like Phantom of the Opera or
Day.
Moulin Rouge.
I like
She
Groundhog
just picked
Day.
both of them. Those are
Moulin
the
Rouge,
two.
what was the other one?
Phantom of the Opera and Moulin Rouge.
Fair
But
enough.
if I had to pick one, it's Moulin Rouge. You know why? She dies in the end.
Because it makes you cry every time.
Because that's the best way to end the story is that him alone at his typewriter typing up this love story. Super fucking sad. And if you've never seen Moulin
It's
Rouge,
so good.
I'm sorry. I just ruined the ending for you.
It's been out for a while.
It's been out since the 90s, I'm pretty sure.
It's supposed to be getting a Broadway adaptation finally, all these years later.
Striking while the iron's hot, clearly.
La La Land.
I've heard it's good.
Never
It was
seen
fantastic. I mean, it has Emma Stone in it, so I was gonna watch it, and I actually do like musicals. So
I love musicals.
I think you should watch La La Land. It was pretty good.
You know
I enjoyed
what?
it quite a bit.
Maybe I will.
Yeah, make that happen. Because it's got Emma Stone and super pretty guy. What is his name?
Ryan Gosling.
Yes. I know, like, super pretty guy doesn't help, but Ryan Gosling
did.
is he's a level above.
Ryan Gosling is who I would look like if I could look like anybody. It's a toss up between like him and like John Hamm, like those guys that are super handsome, but they're also a little rugged. Not like Harry Styles or Harry Potter or whatever his name is.
Harry Styles.
Soy boys.
I know. I wouldn't say that Gosling is rugged in any way.
He can't
He
be.
is
can't be.
just pretty.
No, pretty is Cillian Murphy.
Yeah.
Cillian Murphy is pretty.
Eh.
I remember seeing him in what was the movie we saw him in? We were like, oh my god, she's beautiful. Was it It may have been Batman.
Because he was Scarecrow,
He was
was he
Scarecrow.
not?
Jonathan
Yeah.
Crane, yeah.
My favorite part of that movie, by the way.
That's Ace's favorite part too. He likes Scarecrow a lot though.
Scarecrow was awesome.
But yeah, no, Ryan Gosling is that's an attractive man.
You know, it's Valentine's Day. Let's play our favorite game of Who Would You Bang?
Okay.
No, we already know who Allie's answer. Allie's hardcore. She needs more than one.
Why are we playing
So
this
you
game
can let her
again?
have two.
So she could have Clint Eastwood and his son.
Ooh.
No.
Have you seen his son?
No, I haven't.
His son is handsome.
Yeah, I was about to say he's a more handsome Clint.
He really is. He was in Suicide Squad.
Was he really?
Yeah, he was the army guy, the friend of Captain Exposition. What was his name? Rick Flag. Yeah.
Captain Exposition.
That's about right.
I still haven't watched it, so
That's
I don't
fine.
know anything.
She still hasn't seen Suicide Squad or Ant-Man.
Ant-Man.
Oh, Ant-Man's really good though.
I was being real pissy when that one came out. So
You want to borrow it? I got it.
yes,
Isn't it on Netflix? No, it's not. Let me
It's
check.
not.
Look,
Ant-Man
for
and the
some
Wasp
reason-
is. You know,
Yeah.
they only have like the most recent 4 Marvel movies on Netflix at any one time.
That's weird. I guess they're all switching over to the new Disney thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, they've had it that way for a while now, where it's just like the most recent 4 Marvel movies. But yeah, no, I've got it on Blu-ray. I'll lend it to you.
thank you.
Welcome. Yeah, it's fantastic. I love that movie. Like, way better than I thought it was going to be.
That's really all I have.
Because I
for
really don't want to
Valentine's
watch
Day.
the other one until I've seen the first one. You know.
No, yeah, that's entirely fair. And
stuff.
the other one is like Ant-Man and the Wasp is also just incredible.
It's got Michael Douglas.
Really enjoyed that movie. Yeah, it does. Yeah. So what were we doing? Who were we banging?
Oh God, we back to that.
How about we skip ahead and go favorite cartoon couple?
I mean, that could
Favorite
relate.
cartoon couple.
They could go together. Like, who's your favorite cartoon girl that you want to bang?
Well, all right.
God damn it! Why am I here?
Why are any of us here?
Favorite cartoon couple? Go for it. Sure.
Start
On
with Lindsay.
first?
Start with you, cartoon
Is
girl.
it not blatantly obvious?
I know. It's
Sailor Moon and
Keith
Tuxedo
Shiro.
Mask. Well, for one, it's Clance, but no.
Clance.
That is the guy. Did I tell you how I found out about Clance?
No.
So I had Lindsay for Secret Santa, and I
Don't
knew
tell her.
No.
Wow.
and I
He's
knew,
already told us the story before.
Yeah.
At least he told me the story.
Yeah, definitely told Lindsay.
I thought it was funny.
because I had a
A little more graphic than it needed to be.
yeah, and I knew Lance was her favorite
Paladin.
paladin. So I was trying to find something like kind of neat. It was a little unfortunate that we drew names as late as we did, so I didn't have enough time to order anything like kind of unique. Because I know Lindsay, similar to the rest of us at this table, when we see something cool,
We just buy it.
we just buy it. So I was trying to
Yeah.
find something kind of unique. And so I was looking through like Etsy and some of those other shops for like some cool like unique shit with Lance. And I found out the internet has paired Lance and Keith.
Yeah,
a lot.
seeing it. I'm seeing it right now.
And I
A lot.
there was I could have bought Lindsay a pin with full
No.
like anal penetration.
I don't need that. Thank you.
Wait, with full anal penetration?
Yeah.
There are some hardcore fans out there.
So I was sitting there like scrolling through stuff, and I would see like adorable little pins, you know, like it was all the paladins. They'd all be chibi and adorable and shit.
And then,
And
hi,
then like I'd scroll down a little bit more, and I'd see Clance. I'm like, oh,
you're going to get put on a list.
Well, I think when Lindsay got her new computer one year, I was setting it up for her, and I
Yes! No. You put a picture of Nagisa and Ray from Free going at it on my wallpaper.
and I think that was also wasn't that also hardcore anal?
Yes,
Was that-
it was.
So then I had
Because
left.
I
and
came home from work and I'm like, what is this?
I just heard that shriek, and then the door shut.
she thought she got into one of them viruses.
I'll be back in a minute. My favorite cartoon romance would have to be Bugs Bunny when he's dressed up as the opera woman,
Motherfucker.
and
What's Opera Doc?
yeah, and Elmer Fudd.
God damn it. Or anybody that he was trying to evade.
He was trying to bang so many people. I mean, evade. Fuck.
No, you're right the first time. At least a little bit.
I really don't. I don't have a favorite cartoon couple. I guess.
Marge and Homer?
No. 30 seasons later. Maybe Fry and Leela,
Ooh, that's a good one. That's
because
a real good
that
one.
was a pretty sweet one.
Especially the series finale.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Lots of parts of the series when that would happen.
Yeah, no, like after it got
You play bad
renewed
and
like
should
the
feel
second
bad.
time. When they were actually like a couple,
Yeah.
it was delightful.
Yeah. I say probably Fry and Leela because I was pulling for him the entire time.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You know, if not them, maybe not Hank and Peggy. He deserves so much better
He does.
than Peggy fucking Hill.
Fuck a Peggy Hill.
Maybe Dale and Nancy.
God damn it. No, they deserve each other. You're right.
Allie, what about you? What's your favorite cartoon romance? Ash and Pikachu? Ash and Ditto, if you know what I mean.
No,
Ditto, look like Pikachu.
I was about to say he had Misty over there with them shorty shorts, just bending over all
Oh,
the
he
time.
didn't even notice.
He didn't
even notice.
Not once.
He paid attention to Serena.
Oh, that's right. They did kind of like I remember hearing about that on the internet. Mm-hmm. That was actually the one companion he almost kissed. My understanding.
Oh God, how scandalous!
Scandalous.
I'm looking up Serena. Is she cuter than?
Yeah.
Is she cuter than?
I mean, you're
I don't know
probably
if she's
going
cuter
to...
than
Misty
Misty,
is
but-
more of a tomboy. She's more of a girly girl.
Yeah, Misty's definitely better. This guy, I wouldn't even put this girl. I wouldn't even bang this girl. Like she'd be a 4 out of 10 on my list.
All right, easy, Chief.
How old is she? I wouldn't touch her.
I have no idea.
I'd never touch her.
She's probably 13, so. But it's anime. You never really know. She could be 300.
Now, 300. Now Misty, on the other hand, She's got it going on. Allie, you never answered the question because we got really weird.
Yes, and also, the only ones I can think about are all the ones that you've already said. Because I thought about them after you said them.
Surely
you can tell the
there's-
story about how your cat hates Fry.
My cat does hate Fry. For some reason, she keeps taking off his head.
Knew there's something wrong with that cat.
Or she really likes Fry.
And doesn't know how to express herself.
Well, biting.
Yeah.
Biting works. Jesse, what about you? What's your favorite cartoon couple? Did you already answer?
No. I don't know. There's quite a few, but I would probably say Aang and Katara from Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Aang is the bald one.
Yes.
Okay. Is Katara bald?
No.
No.
Thank God.
No. She was a waterbender.
I was going to say she's the water one, right?
Yeah.
Not that I've watched it.
You should.
I know.
So good.
What about video games?
Video games.
That one's a little harder.
Not for me.
Yeah. You start, and we'll come back.
My favorite romance in video games will always be, and it's probably not the best one, but Squall and Rinoa from Final Fantasy VIII, because they built that game around their romance, basically, you know? And I still think Final Fantasy IX was sweeter, because Final Fantasy IX, at the end, I cried. I legitimately cried. But they never really said that they were in love in 9 between Garnet and Zidane, so you kind of had to guess, if I remember correctly. They, like, hugged, but that was it. But you knew Squall and Rinoa were a thing at the end of it. It was just really cool. It was really sweet. And there's a big theory that Squall was dead the entire time, that he died at the end of the first disc, and the rest of the game was just, like, his dying hallucination.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't like that one. Allie, what about you?
A video game?
Yeah. I already know who it is.
Who?
Well, I can't say it, because you might say it.
Okay, the only one I can think of is Meat Boy and Bandage Girl.
That's who I was thinking.
Meat Boy and Bandage Girl.
The evil Dr. Fetus steals away Bandage Girl, and you have to stop him.
Oh.
Yeah.
And he's made of meat. He's just a square block of meat.
Aw.
Linzigans.
This one's tough for me.
Yeah, because you don't play a lot of video games.
I really don't. I mean, I could be a dweeb and like take one of my like reverse harem games and just pick my favorite couple from them.
What the hell is a reverse harem
Like
games?
Uchna
One girl with a whole
Prinzuma
bunch of guys.
and
Oh.
Host Club and
Oh,
Skip
okay.
Beat's got a game and Brothers Conflict.
Oh, that's fine.
And all
Which
those
one?
games that I can't play because they're in Japanese.
Well, what about your the games that you do play? Like, you play a lot of those visual novels.
Yeah, I haven't been playing them in a while though because they're on my tablet and I think my tablet got a virus.
That's because of all that broken English.
Well, the ones by Cybird aren't broken. They actually do a good job.
I can't make fun of her because I actually played one of the first PC games I ever downloaded illegally was a game called Season of the Sakura, which was a straight up, like, I didn't know what it was, and I'm playing it. It was like a dating simulator that immediately went into hardcore sex whenever you, because you romance the girls, and it was all this, like, all the girls were modeled after anime characters. So, like, one was, who was it? Asuka in Evangelion. And Ray from Evangelion, and there was some from like Ray Earth and stuff like that. And I was big into anime at the time, so yeah, I downloaded it and I played it, and then it was like, you know, kiss her, and you kiss her, and then the next scene was just like, you know. So I can't make fun of you, and I did beat the game.
That's fine.
Game wasn't the only thing I beat.
I get it.
You get it?
I get it. Get it.
You never answered the question. I'm too distracted.
Hold on. Let me try and think of her name real quick. Because I don't really play. No, it's definitely not Cortana. I don't really play a lot of games that have romantic subplots to them.
You all man.
You don't
have time for love.
Honestly, it's mostly because I mostly play multiplayer.
I just
games.
play puzzle games, and there's not stuff in those.
Yeah, pretty much just RPGs and Meat Boy.
Because yeah, that is her name. All right, cool. It would probably be between Lynn and Hector from the first Fire Emblem game in the U.S., which is Fire Emblem 7, I think.
On the Game Boy?
The Game Boy Advance, yeah.
Yeah.
And then either that or Commander Shepard and Liara Sony from Mass Effect 1.
Was she the blue girl?
Yes.
Okay.
And that was who I had chosen for my romantic interest in Mass Effect 1. Then I accidentally cheated on her in Mass Effect 2.
You son of a bitch.
Accidentally.
No, seriously. Like, I thought I was just being polite, and then suddenly, like, music starts playing, Shepard's in his room, and I've got Miranda.
Were you going like, I don't want this? I don't want this.
No, I almost turned off my system, like, straight up. Because, like, I was sitting there, like, music and shit started playing, like, he's in his room, like, uh-oh. And then I think it was Miranda, one of the, like, she was a new character in Mass Effect 2. She comes walking through the door, I'm like, uh-oh. Because Liara's not in Mass Effect 2 as a like she can't join your squad or anything. Like she gets a couple of like missions and DLC and whatnot. But yeah, I wasn't able to continue that romance subplot from Mass Effect 1. And like I said, I thought I was just being polite. And then here
you were being polite.
I was being very polite.
Extremely polite.
So then I was like, well, this happened. Because I wanted to play through, like, I did that with Mass Effect 1 and Mass Effect 2. Like, I just wanted to play through making my natural decisions and see where it got me. And then, you know, I would replay, like, getting, you know, the outcomes that I wanted. And, yeah, that's just kind of how that went. So I was like, well, guess I'm cheating on Liara. But, you know, she doesn't want to be on my ship, so fuck her.
Yeah, Miranda was hotter anyway.
Yeah, but Liara was blue.
Yeah, Miranda had hair.
Liara kind of had hair. There were some like tentacles or something like that. There weren't tentacles.
I feel like we're going into weird stuff again.
We could.
Yeah, we could talk about the Twi'leks from Star Wars. We always had discussion like, are they sexy? Because clearly from the neck down, of course, but because they're just attractive.
You got
but they got
really
those two fleshy Tedrasils or Teldrasils or whatever they're called. I forget what they're actually called.
Yeah, because there's a word for them, but I also
Leku.
forget what they. Yeah,
Leku,
yeah, something like that. I'm pretty sure that's right.
And I know personally as a man, I could not be with anything that had no hair and had two, you know, appendages hanging off of its head like that.
I'd take a swing at it.
I just couldn't. I just couldn't get over that fact.
The first time you get like hit in the face with one, like why are you going at it? Like,
and of course you can be behind one and you're grabbed onto him like a Harley, you know, like you're riding a motorcycle. But I want to address the question to the ladies. Could you be with a guy that had those on his head? Because there are male Twi'leks.
Probably
Dib Fortuna
it's a little
was
weird.
yeah,
A little weird.
yeah. A little bit.
the male Twi'leks though look very different.
They're not attractive.
No, because it's supposed to be like the female Twi'leks are supposed to be the most attractive being in the universe.
Yeah, minus the head.
Even the head. Like apparently in the Star Wars universe, they're all cool with that. But the males, like, because I think there's two different types of Twi'lek male, and they're both hideous.
I just remember Bib Fortuna, and he was not an attractive man.
No, they all look bad.
Yeah,
because they only have one of the Liku, and most of the time anyway, and they kind of like wrap around, and it's weird. It's weird looking.
Oh, well, that's enough about love, because I don't have anything else to talk about. Let's talk about Nintendo instead.
What you really wanted to talk about.
Because I'm not going to get to talk about it on Sunday, so let's talk about it now. Nintendo Direct had their Direct yesterday.
Yes. And it was a phenomenal Nintendo
It was
Direct.
so exciting. I assume you're going to talk about it on Nerd Up.
Oh, yeah.
Do you want to talk about it here, or do you want to save it for Nerd Up?
Maybe we can talk about it a little bit.
All right. By a little bit, we have 16 minutes to fill.
Yeah, I mean, that's fine. Like because I can't think of another round table for us to do.
That's going to talk so much more about the Nintendo Direct than you actually wanted to talk about. Well, I mean, we've already done. All right, so every time we do a Valentine's Day show, I try to think of something like that's with the holiday.
In fairness, like this is the first Valentine's Day show that I can remember doing.
Well, no, you did. You were here for one because it was that year that Matt Sin was here. It was a Mr. 100 5-star because you came on the show and told the shrimp story.
Oh,
So you've been at least one because that was a day everyone was just like pissy and nobody wanted to do it. And I'm like, what's fucking holiday? Like, we need to have specialties when we have holidays. Let's talk about romance, but nobody wanted to talk about romance.
because remember we had there was one Valentine's Day where we all had a snow day. Like there was the really bad snow. Like I was off work. Like this was like the studio was closed.
Yeah, Allie, you remember that day?
Yes, I do.
And then there was
Because that was the day that Allie and I came in to spend Valentine's Day together, and you and Dalton were here playing games.
and Mandy.
Yeah. Oh, was Mandy here?
Yeah,
Mandy.
Mandy was here.
Was it? Didn't Mandy leave
no.
though?
She ended up leaving because she got pissed off before me and Dalton did.
Was she here when we were there?
Yes.
No.
I don't remember Mandy being here.
Yes. She was.
All I
She
know
was
is
here for like 30 minutes.
Because
Well,
we
then
got
it's
back
just-
You guys were
from-
here for like 4 hours.
Because we got
Yes.
back from Hastings. So we had been there all morning. And then we went and got lunch, got back from Hastings, and you guys were here. And she hung out for about an hour and a half.
to be
and
fair,
then we hung out for about another hour.
we didn't do anything but watch a movie. We were peaceful. It's just we were irritated. Everybody
Yeah.
was irritated. That was just a bad day.
Because you guys were openly and vocally irritated.
Yes.
Oh,
And then you said something that will stick with me forever.
yeah, that was on Facebook later that night.
Yes. There have
Yeah.
been so like if there have been plenty of times where like Jesse and I specifically, I think, and like me and Asa sometimes, definitely me and Dalton, because Dalton used to get so pissed at me for stuff. But there are sometimes Jesse and I will say something to each other that will really like irk the other person, and I think we do it on purpose. But we always make up, like we're
Yeah.
always friends again. And in this particular instance, Jesse told me, $50 will get you a hotel room, and I went, "Oh, motherfucker!"
Yeah, because I think you had started that. Okay, no,
Oh, more than likely
started
I
it.
started it because I'm a
'cause-
shitty person.
Because I remember it was like I posted something about a puzzle. Like I put together a puzzle when I went home that night, and I remember posting that because I had done the outside edges first because I thought it was so strange that you guys didn't. There's still pieces of that puzzle back behind.
Yeah, that puzzle ain't never getting done.
It's a difficult puzzle.
It's fair. I just remember that. So I had a puzzle that I needed to do. So I got home. You guys put me in the mood to do a puzzle. And I posted the outside border to Facebook. Like, this is how you start a puzzle. And then we had like, I guess made up on that Facebook post. And then you did some like,
I probably took a pot shot at you. Or
yeah, there was like it was
jabbed
one
at
of those
you.
like backhanded apologies
Yeah.
or something. And then I was like, oh. Because I was also like Valentine's Day in general for me, like I never have a good Valentine's Day. I have never had a good Valentine's Day.
I've had good Valentine's days, but I know this sounds terrible, but I think as you get older, Valentine's Day starts to mean less and less because it's one of those things that like you no longer feel required on one day to like go out of your way to tell someone you love them.
Also, you shouldn't just do it on
You
one
shouldn't
day.
just do it
Right.
on one day, right? And like Valentine's Day legitimately is just it's a holiday created by companies to sell you things.
Right. And I mean, yeah, like it's a Hallmark holiday. Last several years.
And yet,
like,
if you miss Valentine's Day, they will hold it against you even a year later. Even though they nod their head when you say it's just a thing to sell things to you.
like the last several years, like I haven't let it bother me at all. But like in general, though, like even including those years, I have not had a good Valentine's Day. I've either treated it as another day or it's been just awful.
What I hate about Valentine's Day the most is, and I think I actually put this in one of my posts from a couple years ago, but I said that, Valentine's Day is like it's a tale of 2 days. Either you're with someone and it's the greatest day ever and you love that person so much, or you're single and you spend all your time going, you don't need anybody, fuck this day, it's terrible. Like there's no middle ground. There's nobody that's just like, it's Valentine's Day, whatever. Hey, glad you're in a relationship. And I'm not, but that's fine. Everybody's pissy about it, or they're too happy. Like either you're super upset about it, or you're too happy. There needs to be a middle ground.
I mean, like I feel like I just ignore it. Today, Valentine's Day was just a day.
But if
Thursday.
Yeah, it was Thursday.
but if you were ever in a like long-term serious relationship, you would see it differently.
Probably.
Hopefully not, because I don't get into holidays like I used to. Just in
I
general.
don't either.
Yeah, I've never had a girlfriend on Valentine's Day. I've dated girls on Valentine's Day.
I have not had a girlfriend on Valentine's Day in like 15 years.
As in you have not been single on Valentine's
Yes.
Day? Okay.
Yet I'm always single. How does that work?
Huh.
Shannon has Schrodinger's relationship. it both is and isn't at the same time.
That's awesome.
What are you showing him?
Funko put out a patinaed Stanley
What does
figure.
patina mean?
It's aged, like rusted, and
Tarnished, I
Yeah.
think, is the word for that specific kind of patina.
it's cool looking.
It is
really
cool looking, but there's something ghoulish about selling something about somebody after they're dead,
Yeah.
Mm.
Unless the money's going to like his estate.
Yeah.
Does his estate need
How about a
money?
Hello Kitty kiss figure?
That's much better. But it's like when
That's awesome.
when 9/11 happened and everybody started selling, merchandise geared towards like patriotism and 9/11 and never forget the towers and stuff like that. But none of the money was going to
Yeah.
the first responders and stuff like that. People were just making money on it. Like that's so scummy to me.
There was stuff going on that was doing that. I remember because when that happened, I was in 7th grade, and I remember the next year, like on the anniversary, I was in honor choir, and we put together like a super special like performance that we sold tickets to. And all of the tickets for this performance went toward like emergency first responders, I think, or something. Like there was a charity going along those lines. And yeah, all the ticket sales went towards that. So, I mean, some stuff.
Yeah, some stuff was. I mean, it wasn't everybody. But there were definitely scummy people
there were absolutely people capitalizing on the tragedy.
trying to make a buck on human tragedy is terrible.
Yay, capitalism.
But they say socialism is worse.
Is it?
They say. They also
Who's
say
they?
that I'm Two-Faced Shannon.
Oh, yeah.
We got about 10 minutes left here on the show, guys, and my brain isn't quite working correctly because I'm just so cloudy. So I'm going to turn it over to Lindsay from this
We didn't
point
even
on.
start talking about Nintendo.
Well, I felt bad about it because I'm like, I really don't want to take up 20 minutes talking to Jesse about it because I know he's going to want to talk about it on Nerd Up. And you have such a tightly allocated show on Sundays that you might only be able to fit 7-8 minutes of talk in. And if we're stretching this out 20 minutes on this show, you're just going to be repeating the same things. And I didn't want to do that to you. I don't want to cock block you.
I mean, I plan on devoting at least 15 minutes to the Direct because it was it was short, like it was only 30 minutes, but it was probably the most dense Nintendo Direct we've gotten in a while.
I will say this about it. It was there's more games coming out in that Direct than I think I've ever been excited at any one time for the Switch. There's so much stuff that's coming out that I'm excited about.
This was like E3 level of like announcement and showing stuff off.
Including stuff that went out that day. I bought Final Fantasy IX on Switch because of course I would. I downloaded Tetris 99 because, whatever. And it was fun. I played it last night. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I downloaded the Yoshi demo because I know Lindsay and Allie both want to try that out. I think Lindsay wants to try that out.
They both have
Maybe.
their own Switches. Why did you download it?
Because I'm lazy.
Because she's lazy. They're both
Guess
lazy.
That's fair.
Daemon X Machina.
I do want to try that. It looks like just anime anthem. So, I mean, I do want to try.
Did you hear, by the way, we talked about it on the show last night, and you may have talked about it on Sunday, that Booker T is suing EA over Anthem, is suing Activision over Call of Duty Black Ops?
For what?
They said that they used his likeness for the Prophet character.
Was
Not
it
his
his
comic book-
likeness
his mama-
or
His comic book, G.I. Bro. But that character is Booker T, so
Yeah, no, not even a little bit.
that's what I said.
Like the Prophet, is Booker T racist? Like, do all black people look the same to Booker T? Or is he hoping that like nobody?
He's
will
hoping that
notice?
they'll be racist and
Right.
go like, well, he's right. He does look the same. They both have
There'll
noses.
just be a bunch of them. Like, I can't tell.
there's one of the black guy on the jury going, really? Really?
So basically, like, yeah, Booker T's just hoping for that settlement.
Yeah.
Like, they're just like, well, I don't want to take this to court, so
I'm pretty sure he should have looked at the news yesterday or maybe 2 days ago when Activision just fired 800 people and go, well, you're probably not getting any money out of them. If you go by their offices, they're going to turn the lights out and they're all going to hit the floor.
just another office that was laid off.
Just tell them we're not there anymore. So the Nintendo Direct, I do want to mention real quick because we're almost out of time. Mario Maker 2 was announced, and it is the best thing in the world. I cannot wait for it. June 2019. They added slopes, which is something everybody wanted. Mm-hmm. They added Mario 3D World graphics, which is really cool.
They added a ton of different kinds of like building stuff, like a lot of new stuff.
And the backgrounds are different. Mm-hmm. One thing I'm really critical of the last game was like if you made a above ground level in Mario 1, 3 style, whatever, it was always the same background for every game. You know, there was the background for Mario 1, 2, and 3, or 3 in World. In this one, it looks like there are different backgrounds that you can pick, I think, because they showed one in the new Super Mario Brothers that was snow. Instead of just the normal green background, it was a snow level. Ooh. So, I can't wait. I'm so excited about it. And other than that, Lindsay's showing Jesse something else.
Because you're not going to have any interest in it.
Why? I might. Show it to me. Is it Voltron?
No, it's not Voltron.
It's so much better. This is coming from somebody that likes Voltron a lot.
Actually, I did see that earlier. So Lindsay showed me a headline. Nickelodeon is reviving apparently all that with Kenan Thompson. And my first question was like, oh, he's not leaving SNL, is he?
No, he's not.
Because I would much rather watch SNL.
I know. Well, what their plan is to use the old cast members to introduce in new cast members and mix old skits with new skits.
Oh.
I'm slightly less excited now.
Psych's coming out with another movie.
Yeah, I know. You tagged me on it.
Who's coming out with another movie?
Psych.
I still haven't seen the first Psych movie.
That's pretty
Which is
good.
weird. Like I love Psych. I didn't know there was a movie until we talked about it on a show a while back.
John Cena's in it. But blink and you'll miss him.
It's more like Charlotte's in it. You'll blink and you'll miss her.
Charlotte's definitely in it, yeah. I'm more excited about it.
Apparently those guys are huge wrestling fans.
Well, yeah, I think they were one of them or both of them were on Raw once as the guest host. I forget which one, and they've had wrestling guest stars on there before.
The Big Show played Bigfoot.
Yeah, I remember that.
Like the actual Bigfoot or a guy named Bigfoot.
No, he was a guy that they thought was Bigfoot, but he was just actually living in the woods.
When you're sick, by the way, time ticks away so slowly.
Or really quickly.
I mean,
I'm looking at
we
the
could
number.
make an exception and wrap it up a little early.
No, we did that last week. I'm staying because I had to go to Best Buy. I'm
yeah.
staying till an hour. I will stall until an hour's up.
I mean, we didn't really need to start. There's still Nintendo stuff we could talk about.
No, that's over now. I want to talk about
Fire Emblem Three Houses. Got some more information about that.
I've never played a Fire Emblem game.
It looks good. It looks
good. I love them.
It's a rock paper scissors game basically.
I know.
It's a tactics rock paper scissors game. What I like about this one is that you can teach a school and they're your students. You're sending them out to battle. That's just very cool. Instead of the normal like you're the ultra hero. Here's your kingdom. You know. But it'll probably turn into that eventually.
Because they definitely have what appears to be some more micromanaging stuff to it with that, which is kind of neat.
It worked for Red Dead.
Yeah, it did. I don't know how much I'm going to actually like all the micromanaging stuff, but at the same time, I might love it. It just kind of depends because I found on extra playthroughs I've done of past Fire Emblem games, I spent a lot of time just on the little like micromanaging stuff, mostly pairing up couples, because that's something you can do in Fire Emblem. And in Awakening and Fates, like they had kids.
Yeah, they did.
So if you paired up a couple and got them married, they had their whole they did their wedding and everything, and then you had to go and complete a mission to recruit their child that aged really quickly for reasons.
But your character did not.
No, well, it's either like in Awakening they came from the future, and Fates they went to a world where time went faster.
That's weird, but okay, at least they explained it.
Yeah. I mean, it's a shaky explanation, but it's an explanation. Basically, they're in times of war, so they put them in this peaceful alternate world where time goes way faster.
They also are going to release more content for Starlink, which is very exciting because I need to play that game more. I very much enjoy that game, but I was afraid that with Toys to Games being such a dead concept now, that they were never going to do anything with it. And it's weird. I didn't want to play through the game and get attached to my characters and then never do anything with them again because there's nothing outside of the storyline. There's no like free roam or anything.
Right.
But they are bringing more content based around Star Fox. It's basically a Star Fox expansion, which is incredible.
Yeah,
very, very cool.
You get to do a lot more stuff as like they're adding the other three main pilots from Star Fox.
Yeah, you get to play as Slippy, Falco, and the other one.
Peppy.
Is it Pepe?
Peppy.
Peppy or Pepe?
Peppy.
How you spell it?
Peppy. Or is it Pepper? Might be Pepper.
I'm going to look it up because Pepe just doesn't sound right.
It's not Pepe. It's Peppy. Like Peppy. It's either that or Pepper. Like it's I know it's the rabbit.
Just call him the rabbit.
I think it's Pepper
It's
Hair.
a bunny.
Peppy.
It is Peppy?
Yes. Peppy.
Okay.
Peppy Hair.
Yeah.
Oh, Bucktooth McGee.
Because I remember, I think that's the only game where like he's changed. Because in one game you played with like Peppy's father, who's also named Peppy, and yeah. But Slippy, Falco, and Fox have always been the same through all the games.
So what are you most excited coming out of it?
Probably Fire Emblem. But I mean, there's so much in there that was actually really good. Platinum Games is working on a new one. Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3 looks disgustingly good.
Ritual, Bloodstained Ritual of the Night.
Yeah.
A Castlevania fix. Yoshi's Woolly World. Or Crafting World or something like that.
Crafting World.
You didn't like that?
I mean, like, that's just not like my kind of
Not
game.
for you.
So.
What about Link's Awakening?
Oh, yeah. Link's Awakening.
And like,
Oh my God, I want that game so bad.
I hate to say this about a Legend of Zelda game, but when I saw it, I was like, it's so cute.
I mean, it is.
It's
I
adorable.
really like the art
Adorable.
style a lot.
A lot of people are comparing it to like the old Christmas movies.
Yeah. Rankin Bass type stuff.
Mm-hmm. It looks adorable, and Link's Awakening is a super fun game.
It is. It's one of the hot sellers for the original Game Boy.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we also had what's the other big ones? They were really prepared for this. Most of it was just Mario Maker 2.
I mean, I've got all written down for the show. Like, I can check the notes real
we're
quick.
at 60 minutes.
Oh,
so.
okay, cool.
You know what? Save it for Sunday. There's your hook.
Find out more about this Nintendo Direct
Find
on
out
Sunday.
more from the gang on Sunday.
And it'll be posted like mid-afternoon because we're doing a morning show on Sunday.
Elimination Chamber that night.
Yep.
Yeah, buddy.
Apparently there's a pay-per-view already.
I know, right?
It was like a month ago, I feel like, was Rumble.
It was a month ago. They have a monthly.
They stopped doing the monthly.
No.
No, because before they would sometimes have them twice a month.
Jesus Christ.
Yep.
I thought they had
Brand
stopped.
split.
Well, Lindsay hurt herself.
Because I thought they had stopped doing the monthly.
No. They still get their monthlies.
They stopped doing the twice a month.
Fuck.
All right. So with that little nugget of knowledge, we're going to head out of here. We'll see you guys on Sunday for the Nerds Up. That's with Jesse Kimball, Dalton Anthony, maybe. Asa Gray, probably. And Mandy?
I have no idea who's going to be on Sunday morning.
Sweet.
It could be all three of those people. It could just be me and Lindsay somehow. I don't know. I never know.
Well, we have Beauty and the Beast to go watch, so
Is that still going?
yeah, it's the last weekend.
You guys can go at noon.
We did for the last show.
I know.
Yeah,
right.
and there were more bratty kids at it.
It's Disney!
Yes, but the first ones we went earlier and the kids behaved themselves.
I didn't have problems with the kids at the last show.
They were obnoxious.
Everybody's obnoxious. Everybody's obnoxious. All right, fuck you guys. We're out of here. No, not fuck you guys. Fuck you guys. No, you can't see what I'm pointing at, so it doesn't work. Bye, guys. Podzilla1985.com. Go listen to other episodes, better episodes. Patreon.com/Podzilla1985. For $1, you can listen to the pre-shows, which are always better.
If you think
They're bite-sized editions of us, basically.
I'm about to say, if you think that the Thursday show is raunchy, boy.
And we're not even that bad in real life. I don't know what it is about you people that draws it out of us.
What do you mean, you people?
And then Facebook.com/Podzilla1985. Interact with us. We
love
love it. We love you guys. Thank you guys so much for listening. Even though I'm sick, I'm so sorry. I'll try to be better next week. Really let you guys down this week. See you on Sunday. Later.